It's Hazel Hedgewitch. I'm mildly paranoid because I think somebody's gonna come out. Feeling mildly depressed because I keep hitting roadblocks and not big ones, just incessant, you know? And it's hard to keep positive all the time. It's hard to remember the fucking words you need to speak too. You got a goddamn brain thing. Oh, and it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. And keep going. There is no other option other than to just keep on keeping on. There isn't any other option. So now it's just how do I do the thing? How do I make it go? I can hear people on snowmobiles. I love that sound. It is a little disruptive and it is noisy, but it doesn't last long. And the people around here, they're not... I haven't personally seen them be douche canoes. They're usually fairly respectful. They will go up and over your yard if it looks like there is a path there. And I do like leaving them a path because it's fun. I like seeing people have fun. That's what life is about. It's about going and doing shit that you want to do, learning what you want to learn, having fun. Nothing wrong with that. I don't hate those sounds at all. I love those sounds. It's much better than hearing the work crews with their big giant trucks. Sometimes they're scary because they have giant dumpy trucks of some kind and they are huge. They're massive. And when they're done dumping, it bangs. And if you're not listening for the sound of, like, the precursor, if you don't catch it and you hear that bang, you're like, fuck! Because it's huge. So those sounds, they ease up on you. At least it's not startling constantly. So the practice vlogging is coming along pretty good, I think. I'm going to have to watch back and see if it's comprehensive. Hey babe, what you doing?
Hey.
What you doing?
Just sorting the cable out ready to clean the van.
Ah, yeah. Do you want me to help?
I don't think I'm okay. I'm gonna have to move the van back anyway by the looks of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to move the bike.
Yeah. The vlogging is coming along alright. I just need stuff to talk about that's interesting. I think maybe I'll do meditation time. I know my videos won't be monetizable because it's a scary herb. It's so scary. But whatever, right? I'm still vlogging. Well, practice vlogging.
The cat wants out. I'm gonna get one of the boys to take that plow off.
Cool.
Come on, cat. You coming out? Okay. There you go. Fine.
Okay. Changing of the guard. Boger's been in and out probably 4 or 5 times in the last 15 minutes. They are adorable in there hearing, I have a job for a boy. Which boy will it be? Who knows? I'm starting to feel better. It's nice when you can find that something happened. I feel better. I'm not sure what. Oh. Pressure was changing in my bottle and I can actually hear it. Sometimes my ears don't work and I didn't hear that, but it sounded like a little frog. What the fuck? I love it whenever you can find the place where your mood changes and you realize it. Because then it's better. It's better. It's better than feeling sad all the fucking time, I'll tell you what. I've got a shit ton to feel sad about. I've got a lot of shit I'm working through. There's a lot of shadow work and it just does not stop. Like, I think about my past abuse every day. Constantly. Like, there have been times where I've blocked it out and I've forgotten about it. Very brief times in my life where it didn't even occur to me. I'm pretty sure that's when I had babies. Babies take a lot of attention and they are so cute and they are so fucking distracting. Oh, I miss babies. It's been difficult without that constant distraction, and especially if you're trying to work through it. It's hard to take a break because if there's work to be done and you know what you need to do and you're trying your hardest, you just, why the fuck stop? Why? Right? I'm trying to smoke a thing and I keep talking. See, now I'm enjoying vlogging. The practice vlogging here. Because I like waffling on and there's nobody to talk back, so I'm not interrupted, so I can finish most of my thoughts. My brain gets interrupted very often because there's more than one person thinking. Past trauma. Split the consciousness. It's the way it is. Not a big deal. Hi, sweetie. Nothing. Keep going. I'm vlogging. Practice vlogging.
What?
I'm practice vlogging.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. Both of you were talking to me at the same time.
Oh. No,
And I had music going, so I heard nothing.
Ha. See? Music in one ear, mom in one, dad in the other. See, this is what it's like in my brain constantly. Everybody's thinking something all the time. Distracting. And being able to waffle at a video helps me get the words out all in an order. And yeah. I've noticed that whenever I've been trying to talk to a video and get my words out, I've been able to find words a little bit more. The more I practice, the easier it is to recall things. So I'm hoping it helps. You do not have to just stand there. You can continue doing what it is that you're doing. If you stand there and stare at me, it's very distracting.
Sorry, do you know what part of the bike I have to take apart for the sled? Like the actual plow part, or like the entire part that goes underneath the thing?
That's a really good question.
Or gosh, Johnny.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. Why are you apologizing? I'm practice vlogging. Practice. You're allowed to ask questions. He's so scared that it's gonna mess up. Silly ass.
Run, cat, run.
I am surrounded by boys. I only have 2 girls, and now I have 3 sons and the husband. I am surrounded by penis people. They are everywhere. But now my girls feel more special. I'm excited to start teaching them womanly ways and stuff, because the way that mine was learning how to shave and learning how to not smell and learning how to be nice to boys so they will like you. And don't do this to your body because your husband might not like it. And there was a lot of that. And it took me a very long time to figure out why that was not okay. Because I didn't understand it, because this was just how life was. It was very difficult to think otherwise. Even though I knew I didn't want to be a possession, I didn't understand how to not be a possession, and I'm still fighting with it. It's still ingrained in me constantly, and I have to fight it all the time. But I'm excited to teach my girls, and I get to create something new, and I get to look at my own empathy and remember what it felt like to learn those things, and use my knowledge now of what those things actually mean and how they can affect the psyche, and then change those things accordingly. Like, I hear my stepmother in my head all the time telling me terrible things, because she used to pick apart things because she felt bad about her own self, and she didn't like that I didn't feel the same, because if she feels like that, I should feel like that. And I don't think she ever thought that specifically. I think it was just like a niggle feeling in the background that you act on and you don't really know why you're acting like that. There's a lot of that. And I hear that whenever I look at my children, and I've been using it as a tool. Anything that I feel particularly disgusted by, and I'm like, ooh, we have to change that. Ew. Ugh. I look for the reality. And I look for the why I feel that, what society is ingrained in me, and what I want to change it to. And then I think about how I could implement that with my children so that it doesn't harm them, so that it makes them excited and happy and feel good. A really good quick example is my older daughter has thick eyebrows, and even mine would have had to be plucked. They're bushy here, a tiny, eeny, weeny bit. It's facial hair. It's blonde. I have some here too. This would have had to be waxed. And this tiny, eeny, bit here would have had to be waxed. I can't even... Oh no, I can pinch that. I can. But it's so fine and fair. It's the beginning of my Grand Rabbit skin. But I would have had to pluck them. And looking at my daughter and thinking that her bushy eyebrows are disgusting, it hurt my heart. So I looked at her and I just thought, you know, what's something good about them? And I was looking at her in the sun, and she's got some blonde. She used to be blonde, so she's brown now. So she's still got that sparkle, that light blonde sparkle when the sun hits. And her eyebrows, they do sparkle in the sunlight, and they are a beautiful shade. And they're thick, but they frame her face beautifully. She's got a strong nose too, and it fits her face just nice. And I decided to just tell her those things instead. And I told her how beautiful her caterpillar eyebrows were. And it made me happy. And I'm really excited to find the rest of those kinds of things. I want to find all of those kinds of things for my daughters. I want to learn real womanly ways. Real ways, you know? Where I can build them up and break that cycle and not feel like that ever again. I don't want anybody else to feel the shame that I feel for just being myself, being in my own body. I shouldn't feel shame for being myself, for looking the way that I do because I was born in the skin that I'm in. Nobody should ever be shamed for how they were born. Ever. For any reason. And I'm excited to find the hows to teach my girls that.
Okay, let's get back to the
I wish I was wearing my shawl. It's cold.
tablecloth on the floor. Put it around you.
Fuck you. I am not picking up the fucking tablecloth and using it as a shawl. I have standards. It must be blankets. Made with beautiful sock yarn. Ah! Thank you. The bacon smells awesome. Yes, I think I will be fine at vlogging. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it 13 minutes. It's 13 and a half now. I'm just going to keep talking until I feel like I'm done. I'm going to try to get myself to practice into about 13 minutes even. And I'm going to have an intro and an outro that is reliable. And everything else in it could change. Because I change like the moon. Constantly. Incessantly. Chronically. All the time. I am people. And I change. Constantly. Look at that, I'm repeating myself because I can't figure out what the fuck my point was. I'm going to make the videos 13 minutes. There's going to be an intro and an outro. The things are all going to be different. Yes, those are good points. What was the end of what I was saying? Have I mentioned I have brain problem? Oh, I am going to be good at vlogging because this is actually, it feels natural. Oh, yes, I remember. I think I am going to start the vlogging with meditation time because it is 98% of the time reliably I am by myself and I have some uninterrupted time and I get to choose how long, and I usually do it for about a half an hour, 33 minutes, because 3 is a good number. And doing my own thing for a few minutes, vlogging, giving myself about a half an hour to vlog in the evenings, would be a good start. And then if I could keep that up and I just decide to do it, because I'm out here every day anyway doing this, and I don't have anybody really to talk to. I don't have a neighbor who wants to smoke with me. That was a very brief something that was enjoyable and wonderful, and I miss it. But now I can just talk to my phone camera, and I can be like, "Good evening, Internet Coven. La-di-da-di-da. It's Hazel Hedgeridge. Hi." And it'll be fine. And then I could start taking the camera to do my chores, and I can set out a specific amount of time for that, and I can streamline it so I'm only doing it while I'm doing my chores. That way it's not taking up my entire day. It's not something that's going to burn me out. It's something that's short, sweet, to the point. I want it edited properly. Not edited properly. I want it shot properly. I want to be a one-take wonder. I want to get her done. And I want to think about it beforehand. I think maybe in my morning meditation, I will set my intentions for the day. I will decide what it is that I want to do, and I will have a goal for each day for the vlogging. And I would like to vlog every day, even if it's just a in the evening meditation, unless I am feeling really drained and I just need to isolate, because isolating is something that I absolutely need to do very often, because I do have mental health problems and I am working through them. I think one day I will be able to function as one would call normally. As normally as any human does with any kind of anything. Like if I was missing a limb, my walking would look different. So my brain has sorted itself out in a very odd sectioned way. So I have to function that way. And it'll be the same as if I'm missing a limb. Or born with an extra one. Got an extra gallop. That's awesome. I wonder what humans would look like if we had 3 legs. Our bodies are meant to be bipedal. That'd be fucking weird. And now, at least I get to talk to myself, and it's socially acceptable. Because I talk to myself all the time anyway, and I answer back. And that is the definition of crazy in society's eyes. That is fucking bonkers. Hi, I'm nuts. Aren't I adorable? I think I'm done now. Let's see here. Let's try to make it 18 minutes exactly. So 1, 2, and stop.